G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Had a little look after yesterday's video and thought that we have enough wood, so I'm going to attempt to do this top half of the aquaponic system today. I've counted up all the timber and I've got some scrap bits just down the bottom here. You can see that's all the leftovers from yesterday, which if I grab one of these little offcuts almost line up perfectly to that. Oh, sorry. See that a bit better. They almost line up perfectly to where I need them, so I just need to chop a little bit off the top. I've had a look at them and I think I've got enough to cover them, and if I don't have enough in my scrap pile, I've still got this old gate that we used to have on the property, so I'll use that. And there's just in these five here, there's enough to do 3 sides of what I need, so yeah, let's get cracking to it. First thing we need to do is I've worked out a way that I don't have to screw to the top. I'm just going to simply wedge a block in there and just nail straight to it. That's not going to come out. It's in there pretty tight, and I'm pretty sure once I've got pressure from each side of these, that's going to make it even more secure. So let's get to it, I suppose. Okay, so I've got the front panelled up a little bit, and I've got the side done. Let's see, it's pretty dark there, so lighten it up a bit. I'm going to have a bit of dramas here, but I think I've just come up with a plan for the corner. I'm going to make a little bit come across there and make like an L, and I'll screw that together, and then quickly nail that paling on and that paling on, and same at the bottom, and I'm hoping that that is just enough to hold it in. If not, then I can always just run a screw through the top here and there, the washer on the back, so they can pull against that. But we'll see how this one goes, and then I'll show you how I went. Okay, so far we've got the corner on. Done this right hand side 90% and the left hand side here 90%. We've just got both corners to go, the back and that other end there, but I have to feed the worms, getting a little bit hungry, so we're going to stop and have something to eat and get back to it after lunch. And looks like we're going to have a bit of a cool afternoon. There's clouds coming out to block the sun a bit, so that's going to be good. Alright, I'll catch you after lunch. Okay, so back from lunch, now we're going to start again. Get myself a kombucha as well, something sweet to drink. Alright, and we're starting on this side. I'll build this frame in here and frame that side up a little bit. Then I'll try to work that out. I don't want to kill my sweet potato line there. It's a bit of an experiment at the moment. Sweet potato aquaponic style. We'll see how that turns out. Ooh. Okay, can you pass me the nail gun, please? Yeah. Okay. Nail gun again, please. So we are done with the fresh pine. This is leftover pine panelling from the fence we made. That one up there we finished off this year. So we're on to the old gate we had, which is been painted a red colour, but it's the same style of wood. It's just they've put a coating on the other one. The reason why I wanted all the blonde wood on here is so that it looks all the same on this side, but on the back end you're not going to really notice. Just hold on. Yes, William? Nearly. So you won't really notice this around the back end because you don't really come from this end anyway, but we'll do it now and get it done. Okay, so we're just up to this corner bit here. A few bits aren't lining up too well like this. I've had to make a little wedge to go in between there. Still, my measurements were out a little bit, but this is not all just exposed plastic now. So we're just going to run just around the outside here. Then we've got the 5 in the middle to do on the back, and I'm going to put a top on the top like I did with the bottom half, just so it looks a bit more cleaner. Okay guys, I've fully boxed in the top half of the aquaponics. Only part I left out was this little bit, because if I did that then I would have had dramas here, so I didn't really worry about that. But I reckon that looks good anyway because it's going to be stabilised and it can't be moving around now. Last job I'm going to do is I'm going to put all the air pumps and cables and all that against here. I'm going to make a little tiny ledge at the top here just to go across and make it look nice and tidy. So I'll do that and I'll show you what we finished off with. Okay guys, all done at the top. So we put this little 45 cut on top. It's not 100% perfect, but hey, all scrap wood, all reused timber. Would have just been into the tip or what's been thrown out anyway. Yeah, so that's what it looks like all around. Like I was saying before, a few different coloured ones over here. That's from that gate we had, but it's not the presentation side, so if you look at it this way, it's generally all the same timber. Looks a little bit more tidier and probably keeps a bit of the UV out of the tank as well, which that was the main goal of doing this. I just thought, hell, I'm doing the whole thing, I might as well make it look a little bit half decent. And I'm sick and tired of cleaning the algae out, so there we are. Last job I've got to do is put the air filter, the air pump back again. Rehash all these cables onto the side underneath my little waterproof pouch thing I made. Also, just thinking about that, actually, I'll probably have to find out a new way to put the electrics on. Of course, didn't think of that beforehand. That might be something I can just put there like that. Put the cover over that. Might be a bit better actually, it looks tidier there. Put the cover over that. Yeah, that'll do. Alright, I'll fix that up in a minute. I'll show you that one once it's done. But yeah, I also want to put a little strip of wood across the front of here, just so that's going to block that tiny little bit of rays going through here. I'm getting into the water. I'll have this little bit here, but that's because if I can tuck you down a bit, you can see there, got my piping there. So I didn't want to cut the piping or rehash that. I'll just leave that as it is. Yeah, so I'll get this electronics done and I'll show you the rest of it. Okay guys, so that's what I did for my electronics. My old margarine container I've always had up there. That seems to really reflect the rain off pretty good. Up in there looks like a right mess, but at least the rain don't get on any electrics. And I just jimmied this up for a little handle, so it's all the bits of scrap wood that probably end up in the trash anyway. Just gives you something to grip onto to open that instead of putting handles and that on here. Yeah, so that's the project done for this weekend. I'm happy the way it turned out, even though it doesn't look $1 million. Still pretty happy with the way it looks. It looks a lot better than what it did. And it doesn't stand out as bad as what it did. It sort of blends into the chicken coop and the fence that we already got here. I do have my shade cloth off, so giving the veggies a bit of sun. Maybe a little bit too much, even though we're in the dead of winter. A little bit too much harsh sun for the little cauliflowers. So we might get them covered back up before the frost sets in tonight, if there is frost, or early morning. Basil always goes gangbusters in aquaponics for some reason. This one, anyway. Yeah. There we are, folks. Another project done this weekend. tick that off the list. It's all finished now, I don't have to worry about it. Now I just grow out these jade perches. I just noticed, actually, I've got to confess, that when I was having a look at this door that's open, doesn't leave too much servicing room. You can see I've only got a little gap there now, probably about 8 inches or 10 inches or so. So harvesting is going to be a little bit difficult, and I do have to retrieve something from there, which I'm fingers crossed I wouldn't have to. That's going to be a bit difficult as well, but worst case scenario is spend a half day fishing the stuff that I've got. So yeah, we'll fix that up one day. Might even be the case of sliding the top back a bit, because this is not fixed to it. It's just jimmied on a couple of railway sleeper things there, and they're really just tied down so they don't move anywhere. So if the worst case scenario comes, I'll just slide that back, or even twist it off to one side. We can service from the back end then. But there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. No, I enjoyed putting it together, even though it was hard work and I'm exhausted. Lower back sore, but yeah, I really enjoyed doing this video. Any comments or suggestions, don't forget to leave them in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you. If you want to throw a subscribe in here or there, there's a few videos now that you can watch if you want and subscribe to. Until next time, hope you all have a good day.